Okay, let's be honest. You've probably had an idea for a social media app at some point and just thought, nah, that's impossible. I can't do that. Well, what if I told you that's just not true anymore? That barrier to entry has come crashing down. So today, we are going to break down exactly how you can take that idea from your brain and turn it into a real live app in 2025.
I mean, it's the classic tech dream, isn't it? Building the next big thing, the next Facebook. And yeah, trying to go head-to-head with those giants seems, well, kind of crazy. But here's the thing. The opportunity to create something unique, something special for a specific group of people, it's never been bigger. And the numbers, they definitely back this up.
6 billion. Just let that sink in for a second. That's how many people are expected to be on social media globally by 2027. And get this, we're spending almost 2.5 hours every single day on these apps. The hunger for connection, for community, it's absolutely massive, and it's not slowing down.
But building your own app isn't just about chasing a massive market. It's about something way more important. It's about creating a real, thriving digital ecosystem, a place that your community can actually call home. So, let's look at why this is such a game changer. When you build your own social app, you're not just making a piece of software. You're building a powerful asset. It all starts with building a meaningful community. Then, that community starts creating its own content, which pulls in more users. It's this awesome cycle of user-generated growth. And all that activity, it gives you priceless data and insights into what your people really want. From there, you can figure out how to monetize it with ads or premium features. And the best part? You totally future-proof your brand because you own the entire experience.
All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The second you decide to do this, that little voice in your head asks, how on earth can I compete with the giants? And the answer is simple, really. You don't. You don't try to beat them at their own game. Instead, you find your own unique advantage.
And this right here is how you do it. You have to reframe the entire competition. Look, the big platforms, they're like a giant one-size-fits-all t-shirt. They're trying to fit everyone, which means they don't fit anyone perfectly. But your app? It can be a custom-tailored suit. Your strength is in being specific. By focusing on a dedicated niche community, you can offer features and a sense of belonging that those massive platforms could never, ever replicate.
Now, I'm not going to lie. It's not all easy. There are some key hurdles you got to think about. First up, differentiation. What makes your app truly unique? Why should people choose you? Then, the business model. How are you actually going to make money from this thing later on? And then there's the classic chicken and egg problem. How do you get those first few users in the door to get the ball rolling? And last, but maybe most importantly, is privacy and trust. You have to nail this. Protecting user data isn't just a feature anymore, it's everything.
Okay, so we know the challenges. Let's get practical now. Let's get into the fun stuff, the actual blueprint for your app, starting with the absolute must-have features.
Think of this list as the table stakes. These are the non-negotiables. You gotta have simple user onboarding, because if it's confusing, people will just leave. They need profiles they can manage, and a newsfeed or activity stream to see what's happening. Obviously, they need to be able to post stuff, photos, videos, text, and interact with likes, comments, and shares. And to keep things sticky, you'll need private messaging, push notifications to pull them back in, and of course, search and content moderation. Seriously, these are just the price of entry in the social media game.
Just having the basics isn't going to cut it. To really stand out in 2025, you've got to level up and integrate what's happening right now. I'm talking about things like AI-driven recommendations to make the feed feel magical and personal, creating smaller, private spaces, micro-communities, where people can have deeper conversations. And this is huge, creator-first monetization tools. You have to help your best users succeed. And underpinning all of this is a move towards ethical design and just being transparent about data. Users expect it now.
All right, we've covered the why and the what. Now for the big one, the how. I know, taking an idea and getting it all the way to the App Store can feel super overwhelming, but the good news is we can break it down into a really clear, totally manageable path.
And here it is, your development roadmap. It starts with Step 1. Get crystal clear on your goals and who you're building this for. Step 2 is all about designing the user experience, the UX. Step 3, and this one's a biggie we'll circle back to, is choosing how you're going to build it. Then you move to Step 4, actually developing and integrating all those features. Step 5 is crucial. Test, test, and test again. And finally, Step 6. You publish and market your app to the world. Okay, let's zoom in on step 3 from that roadmap because honestly, this is the big one. This is where the rubber meets the road. The way you choose to build your app is going to dictate your budget, your timeline, basically everything.
So let's break down the two main paths here. On one side, you've got traditional custom development. For that, you need expert coders, a whole dev team. With no code, you don't need to know how to code at all. Now look at the timeline. Custom dev can take 6, 12, even more months. No code, we're talking a few weeks. And then there's the cost. Oh boy. Custom development can easily hit $80, $100, $200,000 or more. No code is just a tiny fraction of that. So the trade-off is pretty clear. Custom gives you maximum flexibility, but no code gives you incredible speed and efficiency.
So what in the world is no-code development? Well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. We're talking about these incredible platforms that let you build a complete, powerful mobile app using visual drag-and-drop tools. You literally build it like you're putting together a presentation, no coding required. This is the tech that's completely democratizing app development, putting the power in the hands of entrepreneurs, creators, anyone with a great idea.
And this quote from AppMySite it says it all, doesn't it? Creating a social media app is no longer a distant dream reserved for large tech companies. The game has completely changed. Thanks to tools like this, the power to build and launch a real social platform is now in your hands. All you need is a great idea and the drive to see it through. So, really, the only question left is the one you see right here. The tools are available. The opportunity is absolutely massive. And your community, that special group of people you understand better than anyone else, they're out there, waiting for a place to call their own. So, what are you going to build for them?